Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
There we go.
The leading rusher among rookies a season ago. Here's Kenneth Walker.
And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There isn't for guys on defense. They've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there. And they're able to come up with the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the option, it's Smith himself.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Smith. Incomplete.
Will Disley, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd down.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
There he goes, left side. Shoves him aside. And he will finally be taken out of bounds.
73 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
The stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack him because right now...
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Max Duggan.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
11, Thomas.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Burrow on 3rd down. Short throw to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
The Bengals did a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
2nd down and 8.
Smith.
That's to the rookie Jackson Smith and Jigba.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
This defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Hey, here we go, hey. Hey, here we go, Sunday.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. On 1st down, Smith. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow.
Looking deep here for Chase.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Cincinnati. 54 yards.
And as we all remember, these two were connecting back in their days at LSU when they were winning the national championship. But it wasn't just on game day. The amount of time they put in before practice, after practice, off days, that forged their connection. And it still continues here in the NFL. Here we go.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
12, 12, 12. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field.
Touchdown, Bengals! Tyler Boyd, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals are back within a score.
Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Up the middle, here's Walker.
4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Second and 15.
From the gun, here's Smith.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
The Seahawks on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 125 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Lock it in motion right.
And going right back to Walker. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
12 more yards there and another first down.
First down, Seattle.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Option play, and they'll give to Walker.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And it's caught. And he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown.
Kenneth Walker, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11 mighty, 11 mighty. 12, 12, 12.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
On second down, Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Gun.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals.
Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Oh, it's a wobbler here. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
36-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. It's caught on the right side at Smith. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
Here's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Mixon with a first down carry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Here we go.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on third and goal.
Thomas. 11 MT. 11 MT.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive. The Seahawks up. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. Yards.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. It got his man complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
12.
Now Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense.
Here we go.
And here's another example on that last play.
And Burrow going to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Smoke Monday. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards on the play.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
159 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This 2nd and 4. To throw is Duggan. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 24. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
1st down. Here's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another 1st down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
11.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
11.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. There he goes, left side. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
45. Bengals 14.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
On the return is Charlie Jones.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A big play there for Cincinnati. 53 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Burrow on play action. To Mixon on the check down. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On second down, here's Mixon.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Dumps it off to Mixon.
And he will be out of bounds after a nice pickup. And that will also lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Get set.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is down to 24.
Bengals 21.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Seattle.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Throwing is Smith.
Toward the sideline, intercepted.
And now off to the races, down the right side.
And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the...
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown!
Jamar Chase,
45 yards.
and the Bengals take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
11 MT.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
That keeps the score Seahawks 45.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Smith, and this throw finds Smith and Jigba.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces.
eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big crowds. They already gone by the size of me. I don't really do the truth, put my deuce up. I will not live in apology. I wish you lose love, but truly you suck. Gon' make way for